Hey, the first commercial airline flight. Paris, Berlin, St. Louis, New York. Any one of those would be a pretty good guess, but they're wrong. Let's talk about it. Nope. It was right here in St. Petersburg, right off of where the pier is, right from the waters of the Tampa Bay. And we are standing here at Whitted Field in St. Petersburg, which began operations in 1929, which is just a short walk from the pier. And that municipal pier is where the first flight took place on New Year's Day in 1914. That was 15 years before Whitted Field was established as an airport, and it was 3 years before the United States joined the First World War. The flight took place between St. Petersburg and Tampa, just over there, and if you look closely you can see the horizon of the Tampa City. A total of just 21 miles from Tampa Bay, a total flight time of just 23 minutes. Hey, that's super fast for the time. It's super fast today because you can't drive to Tampa in 23 minutes. The plane was flew just 15 feet off the water. A little close for in case something goes wrong. Not much of an altitude really, and something did go wrong. The plane was of French origin, the Benoit. Yes, it's Benoit, even though there is a French actress who pronounced her name Melissa Benoist, but it's Benoist, but it's pronounced Benoit. And it was an early airplane manufacturer that built airboats. It was the Benoit Airboat Model 14, which denotes the year of the aircraft that it was supposed to be sold, 1914. And it was the number 43, which was the 43rd airplane built by the company. The Benoit 14 was pretty ugly, as you can see here. It was just a two-seater carrying the pilot and one very, very lucky passenger. The airplane and later the number 45 made up the entire fleet for the St. Petersburg Tampa Airboat Line. There was an auction held for the one seat that was available for that inaugural flight, and the people were bidding like crazy and massive amounts of money for that seat. The winner was Mr. Abram Fail. He paid $400. Remember, this is 1914, $400, which would be, you know, like a first-class flight to Dubai right now, like $5 grand. Mr. Fail was the former mayor of St. Petersburg and was very eager to take that first flight. And on January 1st, 1914, 3,000 people gathered here and on the pier to watch that major event. The flight took off and skimmed across the bay, stopped in the middle, yes, had to make a pit stop because something did go wrong, to make some adjustments to the propeller drive chain, and then arrived in Tampa 23 minutes later. They were greeted by an even larger crowd in the city of 3,500. This is the kind of excitement that this thing generated. The $400 was a round-trip ticket, so it actually brought them back to the pier, and that went a lot smoother, making the flight in just 20 minutes and no adjustments required. Hey, the whole cool thing didn't last very long. The airline flew 2 flights a day for 3 months and eventually shut down in May of 1914. It was a tough time at that point, World War I, and we usually think of Kitty Hawk or Dayton, Ohio when we think of pioneering days of air travel. But St. Petersburg needs to be added to those lists as at the dawn of what we consider to be a normal mode of travel. We go buy a ticket, we go to the airplane, and we go see our grandkids. Hey, without that historic flight and the buzz generated by that auction for that seat, who knows how long it would have taken for the idea of regular air travel to take hold. We're standing here at where the pioneers really existed, and we're travelers, and so let's think of ourselves as the next generation of gawkers as we see people get on the new airplanes. When we think about electronic vertical takeoff and landing vehicles and advanced air mobility, hey, let's be part of the crowd to watch the next generation of air travel. We'll see you next time. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, thanks for continuing. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to be notified. And let's get to it. Or let's figure it out. But see you next time. Here's... Oh, shit. Is it blinking?